Do we have a record?
We all have our vices, bro.
We
We
can
all
edit
we all have our vices, but we all need to know when we start recording. Welcome to Setting the Edge, boys. It's always great to be back with you guys, man. This is a new face, though. I don't know if Sean's head got bigger or if he decided to move into a log cabin, but that's Major Phases. What's going on, man?
Well, first off, if you're gonna insult me, say my name right.
Major
Two,
Phases.
I think I replaced Sean today because I just smoked everyone in the other Better Edge competition. So you got to bring the champ on. Ask Andy and Ray how that went. I don't know too well. I will say if you combine me and Andy, we still beat Ray. Andy, what did you do in the competition?
0-2. You know, it was decent.
Minus 10 units.
For clarification, that's only because Andy could only lose a maximum of 10 units.
Right.
If we would have allowed him to lose more, I would have caught
20?
Major.
30? Who knows?
Yeah.
I would have lost it technically within the first two plays. Now,
Would
if you reduced my maximum or my minimum,
Right.
whatever you want to call it,
Right.
I possibly could have won it on game 3.
And don't
Well-
forget, Andy, that makes you the most valuable bettor in that competition because someone faded you. They were up.
If you faded me twice, you in Dubai right now.
It's goated.
Ooh,
So
lucky for you, Andy.
we're back,
Can't put
guys,
everything on one.
and we have another year of 5-pick against the spread parlay action for you. We love these competitions. We love participating with Better Edge. It's our favorite place to gamble on live sports. There's some other sports books that you could use in states like Tennessee and Florida. We won't name names, but unlike those sports books, you're not having to pay for juice on lines or big. You're totally peer-to-peer, just commitment-free gambling. All you have to do is go and pick a line and have someone pick up the other side of that line. It's like stocks for gambling. It's awesome. It's peer-to-peer. It's really fun. We do it all the time. They have in-game live bets. They have player props now, which are actually functioning really well, thank God, because the player prop game on Better Edge is incredible. There is so much value out there. And more importantly, they have competitions like this. They're just $5 to enter, and all you have to do is beat the 4 of us. If you heard us stammer for more than 2 minutes there at the beginning of this show, you know we might not know what we're talking about, but we're having a good time, and we hope you guys join. We'll make sure to have the link to join this competition in the description. Use promo code 5RSN and get some free money from Ethan Skolnick. I mean, it's really hard to get free money from Ethan these days. I've been trying to find it. He won't answer his phones. He won't answer his texts. He won't answer his calls. He owes me about $100. We'll talk about it a different day. But you guys can get free money right now just for signing up on BetterEdge.com and using code 5RSN. It's code 5RSN. Boys, welcome back. Everybody want to do some introductions, what we've been doing, how we're feeling about football season?
Ladies first. Major, that means you.
It sounds fair. Yeah, I'm excited. You know, as my Packers, you know, we're youngins, but we're gonna go all the way. Yeah, I say that about every single one of my teams. If anyone knows anything about me on Twitter, that's just what I say. You know, faith until it's double zeros. That's all that matters.
Toxic positivity, they would have called that.
Hey, positivity. That's all I heard.
When you say all the way, you mean like all the way to the end of the NFC North?
Yeah. I forget you're wearing a Dolphins jersey, so you might not be familiar with Super Bowls, but that's what we're talking about.
Bro, I'm pretty sure we had the same amount of Super Bowls, or kind of close. But you guys had like 3?
Not since I've been born, at least.
After Jim Crow, obviously, not 1942. They don't
have
Pre-Jim Crow stats.
Yeah.
Is pre-Jim Crow NFL stats, is that like pre-3-point line in the NBA?
Pre-Negro League in the MLB.
Ah.
You're welcome.
How you doing, Ray?
Oh, you know, I'm good. Living the dream. I'm sure half of my ancestors rolling in their grave over that joke, and the other ones aren't. If you guys remember me, I am, in fact, the Sorry Saints fan. Unlike Major, I know what I am in for. It's going to be miserable. But there's a silver lining and a saving grace in all of this. Hopefully, I can get rid of Dennis Allen. But I'm back for another season. You guys remember when Playbook Bets? Is it right there somewhere? Yeah, there it is. I'm terrible with the directions and whatnot. But either way, I'm with Playbook Bets. But I'm always back for this. This is one of my favorite things to do. I love being a part of the collab with you guys, and definitely with Better Edge and everybody else. So next up, I do believe our MVP guy.
Is it time? So it's been a year. I need the sweet sounds. And Andy, by the way, is in a new house on this stream. For those of you who are listening,
after winning so much off stream, because obviously on stream we weren't winning enough. I was finally able to buy my house. I'm in Southwest Ranches. I live next to Dan Marino. Gave me the legit signs in the back. But yeah, living a dream, man. I haven't had to make a bet in like 7 months. Just living off my bet.
Living off the ROI from last year.
Living off the phase through your couch with your hands. That was nice.
No, my laptop. You see, I'm a cheap guy still, so I haven't bought a new laptop. That's the camera. That's what's going on with the fading.
You want to hit me with our favorite bet of the day, my brother?
Right now? Oh wow!
Right now, just pick one of the five. You make it up.
I'm gonna hit you. If you guys want to live in Southwest Ranches next to Dan Marino like me, there's only one option for the Bet the House special. You already know what we're gonna do. Call me Homer Simpson, baby. Minus 2.5 at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. You got the Miami Dolphins. Bro, less than a field goal. All I gotta do is win by 3 points. What does Jacksonville even have on their team anymore? They got Baby Jesus at quarterback, Travis Etienne, who has like 3.8 yards per carry. Jalen Ramsey don't play corner over there no more. They got the corpse of Doug Peterson leading the charge. That guy hasn't done anything since he won a Super Bowl in Philadelphia.
Shut up, Bossier, Louisiana.
And that Super Bowl was rigged. We all know rigged. How does Nick Foles have a Super Bowl ring? That was not naturally going to happen. Okay? I accept the facts. That team is not good. That defense is not good. They have one pass rusher. Calais Campbell ain't rolling out there no more. Calais Campbell on the A side. Minus 2.5 is easy money. Bet the house. Okay? Go to your grandma's little room where she got the safe. Pull out the inheritance. Early inheritance. Drop it on the 2.5 line.
That's our grocery money, man. That's not your inheritance.
Your grandmother, ladies and gentlemen. We do not condone.
You won't need to do groceries after you retire her, because she's still not retired.
I guess what you won't know won't hurt her. Go ahead.
All right, so I have to mentally keep track of these. I'm gonna make actually no. This is a VOD. Sean can do it.
I'm gonna put mine in the chat. It stays there.
Major, you're new, brother. Welcome. What will be your Bet the House special from your five today?
Because I listed it first in my notes.
Love it.
It's definitely not a homer pick at all. I'm also going to go my favorite team, Green Bay, plus 2.5 against the Eagles. Green Bay improved their secondary. Youngins on the offensive end, just going to continue growing. Jordan Love leading the charge. Josh Jacobs now at running back. Don't trust the Eagles losing their center. No more tush push. Yeah, let's go Packers. 2.5.
Ready for this?
Are you going Homer too?
Packers 2.5. Packers 2.5. So I think this is the best matchup of the week, from top to bottom. This is my game of the week. You got two teams that are incredibly similar, the way that they want to run offense, the way that they're built defensively to a fault. I think if you're the Packers and you're scouting the Eagles, you're saying, if our offensive line can hold long enough, that secondary is riddled, young, and new. And I think if you're the Eagles and you're looking at the Packers, you're saying that secondary is shallow and attackable. And so both teams are seeing each other the same way. I look, man, I'm taking the Eagles I think most of the year. I'm going to be a big just win-loss think the Eagles have a great chance to spread teams out and attack them all day. But there's some things they have to work out. And depth at safety right now is disgustingly thin. They don't have a ton of covered corners. They're hoping that guys can step up into those roles. But it's a lot of new jobs, new assignments. Give me Packers 2.5 to cover that spread and possibly win.
That's wild.
I'll make it 3 for 3. I don't know if Andy's on this, but I'm definitely with it. I mean, Major kind of touched on the same points that I'm going to touch on. There's no Jason. There's no Jason Kelce anymore. Tony, you talked about it. That secondary, I have questions. Honestly, I have questions about most of y'all defense. But that remains to be seen. I don't think y'all are going to be as good as a lot of people think y'all are. Like, I really don't. That's not to say much for my team because we're not going to be good at all either. But even so, I think losing a Hall of Fame center like Jason Kelce, who kind of makes a lot of that go and makes it a lot easier to be able to run the ball and do some of the things that they do. I think Jalen Hurts is an amazing player, but also at the same time, I think going into year 2 as a full-time starter for Jordan Love, I think there's going to be a lot of improvements for him. I think they went and got a really good running back to go ahead and replace Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs. I know they just lost A.J. Dillon for the year, but I still think they have a lot of really good receivers on the outside, a couple slot guys that are really good. So it's going to be fun to watch this Packers team. They're young. They're impressive to watch. I mean, they beat my Saints last year, so I'm going to go ahead and start the year off with these guys as well. Packers plus 2.5.
All right, I'm talking shit now. So the Packers are they're really deep at wideout. Okay, all of a sudden AJ and Devontae and Dallas Goedert and like a bunch of guys must have died.
Washed.
For you not to mention washed. Okay.
All right, hold on. Dallas Goedert
Understood.
is washed, man.
So
So
the Packers went out and got a great running back in Aaron Jones. Did Saquon Barkley did the squad already fall off?
Yes.
Okay.
We all know Barkley's gonna be trash this year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we do.
Roll
He's
ankle 4
already on
weeks
the
in.
menu.
Get ready for it, my boy.
It's more just make Jalen Hurts throw against specific defenses.
Can you present those defenses?
No, I'm not an NFL player, but
No, not you.
What you mean? Major plays a mean cover too. Don't play with him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's why I'm not in the NFL. I'm just too good.
Retired. It's okay.
Yeah.
High school injury, destroyed your career.
It gets us all.
Yeah.
Andy, are you on that?
I don't like that game. No. No, thank you.
I've
Go
never
ahead,
felt
Ray.
so confident. Yeah.
Am I giving us pick 2? Is it
Give
me?
us to bet the house.
Oh God. Raiders plus 3.5. Shout out to David. Look, man, I don't know what the hell Chargers got going on over there. I don't care about no Harbaugh coming back from college. You don't have a running back that's worth a damn. You have a wide receiver named Ladd. You're a tight end left. You're all pro, all whatever wide receiver left. Austin Eckler gone. And Jay Hurtbo, emphasis on Hurtbo, is already hurt. He has a plantar fascia issue. And I'm sorry to tell you, you can lie to me and you can tell me what you want and say, oh, we'll put him in a boot for 4 to 6 months. But I've seen that type of thing time and time and time again. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. It's going to annoy him for the rest of the damn year. Congratulate. He's Joe Burrow for this year. Hurt. He'll get a little healthy. He'll get hurt again. He'll get a little healthy. We'll get a blast of it. No diddy. And then, boom, done. Over with. Canned. So, and also, I don't know who the hell y'all talking about. It's Minshew Mania season. Devontae Adams finna have a bounce back season because I got him on both my fantasy teams, and if he does not come through, I am in trouble. But with that being said, Raiders, 3.5. Bet the house. Bet your car note, too.
Easy. Vegas Raiders plus 2.5. That's for free. Chargers might go 2-15 this year. That team is bad. They're trying to lose on purpose. They're going to trade Herbert in the offseason. Okay. Mr. What's the coach's name again? That he's a brother. They went to the Super Bowl. He used to coach the 49ers. Harbaugh. Mr. Harbaugh wants to build his team from scratch. He wants his J.J. McCarthy.
Man, when you said brother, I really thought you were talking about his melanin. I was thinking about who coached the 49ers.
No, man. It's easy money. That team's gonna lose on purpose, and it's not good on paper. It's just not.
Yeah,
Not good.
I'm feeling confident in my Chargers minus 3.5. My reason was just Raiders. I can't go with them. I just don't know.
Raiders? Question mark? I love it.
What's wrong with the Raiders?
Yeah, I'm just never trusting them. You know, week 1, need 5 picks. You know, don't trust the Raiders.
But you trust the Chargers?
Yeah, Herbert, a little better.
Here's my reverse jinx for Major, and I agree with him. Every year, I think the Chargers are a good team, and then they suck. And this year, I think the Chargers suck, and that scares me.
Yeah, it's whatever you think it's not going to be.
Or, hear me out. When Tony thinks teams are good and they're bad, that's a correct assumption. But when he thinks they're bad, what it really means is they're going to be really fucking bad.
They might actually might be.
Like Tony's meter is over here, right?
Yep.
And then here's the other meter, and so it just moves. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody told me the Eagles were Super Bowl champs last year, and I got on this show and said, "Nah, that's secondary."
Who's everybody, dude? No one believed in those scrubs. Whatever. Revisionist history. It's okay.
Look, Major gave me the vibes, so I'm crushing the vibes right now on not trusting a team. Give me the Commanders.
The who? Bro, this show is based in South Florida. We want to lose
Sean, come back. Come back, Sean. We need you. Get off the plane.
Give me the Washington Commanders 3.5. I think if you guys are if there's a bunch of system bettors out there this week, there's a really good chance you're going to make a lot of money. These 5-point hooks everywhere, all up and down the lines, especially in this competition, which is even more than in the live books. I think if you're going to just run a system this week, anything 3.5 or more is probably a really good bet for week 1. But even so, I don't trust the Atlanta Falcons, and I think Ray's with me too. Right now, structurally, I don't know what they're trying. Okay, Ray might not be with me. Never mind.
Keep going. I'll tag along. Don't worry.
I just think if they're going to execute offense, they're going to have to figure out a way to do it where they're more than a one trick. Now, maybe the one trick works for weeks 1 through 5, and this comes back to bite me in the half. But 3.5 points on week 1 against a Washington team that I think most people think is going to be improved. It's a tough bet. So I'm going to take Washington 3.5, and that's kind of like my wild card play of the day.
I got a question here. Are you taking Washington against the Falcons?
I'm taking Washington against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay,
you kept saying the Falcons, and it was really confusing me.
Yeah. Well, it's mostly because my brain is mush. I wanted to make a point. I wanted to make a point that the division's kind of shaky right now at the moment.
Yeah.
Did we forget who plays quarterback for Tampa?
No. I remember very well. Hence why Washington 3.5 seems like a stupid good line.
Wasn't that the best team in the NFC East last year? Wasn't that the best team? Is it East or South? NFC South. Weren't they the best team?
I wish I played Baker Mayfield twice a year. I wish, but no.
I wish I was Baker Mayfield. I live in a bigger penthouse.
Yeah.
I'm going for the Buccaneers for the exact opposite reason. I trust Baker more than a rookie quarterback.
Hey, bro, put some respect on my boy Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. I mean, he's good, but he's a rookie quarterback.
He's going to ball. He's going to
he said about fucking Jordan Love, and look what happened. Shut up.
Yeah, Jordan Love wasn't a rookie, though.
Shut up. You know what I meant. Finer passing.
Sort of was a rookie. Sort of. Kind of.
While the Red Sox are getting stomped.
Well, that was a low
God is good. God is good.
Yeah, there's such haters.
Some money. Who's next? I got
We're on the
already.
We're on the pick 3. So whoever wants to go first.
Saints -4. Panthers are very bad. Very, 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 very bad. Almost as bad as the Packers. Is Spencer Rattler going to start for the Saints, Ray?
Oh, I see what I did. I have the Steelers over the Falcons. So I was looking at that line when I was talking.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's my third pick real quick. Steelers over the Falcons. The Falcons got to prove it to me. There we go. Go ahead, Andy.
No, bro, I'm about to fade the lights off of that. I like the Saints over the Panthers. I like everybody over the Panthers except the Chargers. Like we're looking at our top contenders for top 3 picks right there. Those are 2 teams. Carolina Panthers +4. You could put a 1 in front of that 4, and they might not cover. Saints -4 at home. Who that nation? Who that or who they? I am a little off.
Dad.
Who them?
Dad. What?
Who?
Gosh.
Anyway.
Hey, but is Spencer Rattler starting at QB? I hope
Shut
so.
up.
He's a little
All
more
right,
fun.
look, the agenda is alive and well, but the front
Rattled.
office does not want to see no part of that. So we'll talk about that later.
Is Dennis
Spencer
Allen
Rattler.
still the
Shut up. Shut, Andy, shut up. Did y'all have to go to Kansas City and play in -13-degree weather and
Is
lose?
Mike
Did
Thomas
you?
still playing receiver?
Leave
for
me
you, though?
alone.
Are you guys still relying on that guy?
The future is John Gruden, by the way.
I've been waiting.
John
Don't-
Gruden?
Anyway, man, let me look. I'm on this too, man. Y'all see the flag. I love this team. Who dat?
Who that? I got that flame.
But this is gonna be the one time I do this all fucking year. This is it. And I'm probably gonna lose anyway. But if I don't do it, I'm feeling an asshole. I don't think that the Panthers did enough in the offseason to be better than us. Now, again, we are not good. The only thing I saw that they did that I liked was they bolstered their O-line, but I still think that Bryce Young is going to be running around. We talked about this even before we went on, and I said, don't be surprised if this game is 10-10 going into the fourth quarter and even as much as 6 minutes left. But I do think that in the end, there's no Pete Carmichael. He did not help a thing for the New Orleans Saints last year. I know Derek Carr is the quarterback, and he doesn't help a thing either for anybody's case. But I think Kubiak is going to put some of these guys in better positions to succeed this year. I talk about this a lot, and y'all hear this a lot. But last year, especially in the red zone, the Saints were absolutely terrible. This year, they're through training camp and through the beat writers and everything, there's said to have been a noticeable improvement through the Kubiak system. So I also think that the Saints have a much improved front seven. Their linebacker depth is going to be one of the bright spots for their defense this year. If they can get some push from Chase Young and get Cam Jordan to not steal money from Gail Benson and the Benson Foundation in the city of New Orleans, and we can get some push on that aspect on the defensive line, then maybe they can have a good season. But against this Panthers team, yeah, I'll take that -4. And this will be the one time I do this. I will not do this again.
I feel really good about that pick, man. Muito bem.
Yeah, my third is I really am going Buccaneers -3.5 versus the Commanders. Rookie quarterback. I'm just not trusting you. I think Buccaneers surprisingly are always really solid. They're never as bad as people. Baker is never as bad as a lot of people think he is. They have a lot of offensive weapons. I think Buccaneers solid team against a rookie quarterback. Defense is usually pretty good. They can make it difficult. A lot of talent there, but especially week 1, you're kind of learning right on the fly. I'm going Buccaneers 3.5.
Steelers really excited about their team. Nobody else feels like Atlanta.
Oh no,
as good as they think they are.
I think Atlanta's
Najee
really good.
Harris is still running the ball for that team. And Russell Wilson is the starting quarterback. Is you for real?
I'm not. Look.
yeah.
I just think that there's one avenue for the Falcons to win football games, and that avenue might be Young Hoku.
No.
Hey, they got Kirk Cousins now. Look, I think I'm
Yeah,
just
you
on the
haven't said
opposite.
anything.
I'm on the opposite games as all of y'all. Like Falcons -3 is what I have versus the Steelers.
Love it.
I can see that. I'm not
Why are
gonna
you
say
trusting Russell Wilson with a running back that averages negative yards a carry? It feels like Najee does. They have a solid defense. They're typically 500, so congrats Steelers. But Falcons, they're not terrible like a lot of people think. They started out last year pretty good. They had Kirk Cousins here. They got Bijan. They got Drake London. They have Kyle Pitts. 1 year he's gonna be good eventually.
Like,
right?
Two of those guys play the same position.
You're like a really good a pro, a con, a pro, a con,
Yeah.
a pro, a con.
Yeah,
I'll say this much.
We're going Falcons.
Sorry to interrupt you, Major. I will say this much: the Falcons got better on defense, signing Justin Simmons. Arthur Smith is a terrorist. You can never, just like Pete Carmichael, Arthur Smith is a terrorist. How in the hell do you give Tyler Algier the ball more than 3 times a game? Just explain to me how. When Bijan Robinson is right there. Explain it. Fantasy owners want from last year, demand the answer. This year, you got a much improved offensive coordinator, much improved head coach. You have a quarterback that has shown at times, mind you, at times, that he can play at a average level. Last year, who did they have? Desmond Ridder. I rest my case.
Out of a job. Kirk Cousins is not an average quarterback. I will push back on that.
Hold up, because now it's off the Achilles. Like now you have to put that big asterisk there, and you have to look at this man and say you might be damaged fucking goods, and we paid you too much money.
Yeah.
But compared to Desmond Ridder, who the fuck? Why are we complaining? Pardon my French.
Am I as worried about Kirk Cousins' Achilles if he never even knew how to run to begin with? All he has to do is stand there and throw dots, and that's what he does.
That's true. And don't get me wrong, he can. He's more. I don't think he's gonna be able to move. I don't.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna take him a while to figure it out. Look, Atlanta, I will happily be wrong on because I desperately want them to be good. I like so many of their names, but I'm getting tired. I'm sorry, I do. I want to be. They're fun. I like Bijan Robinson. They're fun. The problem with Atlanta is
not fun.
Their talent. Their talent has never equaled winning football, and it's got to be schematics, and it has to be play calling, and it has to be all these things. So until this adds up to something that shows me that they can win football games, the names and just tossing names at me, their defense is better. That's the one thing that makes me feel bad about my pick. When speaking of picks, they're probably going to be really bad. Guys, I'm taking the Jets.
Wait. Before we get on the Jets,
I
think that there's one thing that I'm really concerned about Kirk Cousins and his Achilles. When I compare him head-to-head with Desmond Ridder last season, when it comes to DoorDash, I don't know if that Achilles is going to hold him back.
Yeah.
Because you do drive, but you have to get off the car.
Right.
Is that going to limit him in how many doors he can dash per day?
So they do have the auto hold feature in a lot of new cars, which we know he can afford. He can afford. It does. So that helps. But you have to press the brake the first time for auto hold to work.
And what if it just fails on him and he just crashes and he doesn't get to deliver his, like Aaron Rodgers type stuff? First pass done.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, that's what scares the hell out of me about my Jets pick. Like, this is the first time I've picked the Jets probably in 12 weeks. I think I picked the Jets once or twice after the quarterback debacle because I just thought about dead cat bounces. I was so terrified taking this pick. But I really feel like there's enough with their defense. And if Aaron Rodgers can just be healthy for a year or 3 weeks, just for me to make some money off of their line. I love the 3.5. This is more of a system bet than anything else. Games that they're played with tough defenses and running games, and give me points, and they're always at a premium. But will Aaron Rodgers die again? I don't know.
Does he last 5 plays?
If he does, I might win the bet.
Yo, wait a minute. San Francisco -4 at home? Dude, easy money. Dude, who do we think the Jets are? We've been hyping them up for like a quarter century, man.
I was not hyping up Chad Pennington, sir. Please stop.
Hey,
the Jets with Mark Sanchez made back-to-back championship games.
That was elite, man.
I'm sorry, man. You guys can talk bad about AJ Feely if you want. You had him for a hot second.
AJ Feely did great for the Dolphins, man. Yo, you need to stop.
Underrated player, AJ Feely. If you got a 5, Andy, just go ahead and throw it out.
Well, I can't do week 1 and not do the first game of the year. Okay, and I also have to let you guys know that Kansas City will suck this year. I've been saying
I agree, by the way. Suck, but I agree.
I've been saying this for 3 years in a row, and this is going to be the one. This is like when LeBron turned 31, and everybody's like, oh, finally, this is the year he starts going downhill. It's going to work out eventually. The Ravens are very good. They had the MVP everybody seems to forget. And I just like the Baltimore Ravens more, man. I don't like the Chiefs. I don't believe that Mahomes has enough weapons. He has a rookie receiver who should do very well. He has Rice, who was like the pseudo number 1. Is he really capable of being number 1? We'll see. Travis Kelce just got $100 million to podcast. He's out the door. And they have like 4 number 3 running backs. Like there's no.
Yeah, my 5th pick, I'm going to go Texans -2.5 versus the Colts for the sole purpose of, well, not sole purpose, but biggest reason, I don't trust Anthony Richardson. I talked about this on one of my major money shows. I do not trust this guy at all. So Texans also picked up Diggs. I think that's a big thing. You got CJ Stroud, might be next in line as a quarterback. I'm just going with them. Why not versus the Colts? Trust the quarterback 1,000 times more. Quarterback's most special position in sports, most important position in sports. So if I have that big of a discrepancy between the 2 quarterbacks, I'm just going with it. Week 1, we don't know too much about these teams. So I'll go Texans -2.5. Just got to win with a field goal.
I'm with it.
Yeah, I've only done 3, haven't I? Y'all only done 5? Wow, I'm behind. All right.
I kind of figured. That's why I wanted you to close it.
All right. Okay, that works. I'll nail both of them then. First one being the Giants +1. I'll be short, sweet, and to the point about this. One of these sorry ass teams has to win. Major, you kind of just said it. Quarterback is the most important position in sports, especially in football. And I don't know who in their right mind thinks that Sam Darnold can lead you to anything. Now, I understand that what's the kid that they drafted, whoever it was that got hurt. It's unfortunate for him. Speedy recovery to him. Hope for the best next year. But you ain't got it.
He's a scrub too, man.
Okay. Don't care about no Justin Jefferson. Don't care about no Aaron Jones. Don't care about nobody on that defense because they all sorry. It's kind of the same way for the Giants, but I just think Daniel Jones is just poquito, just a little bit better, just a tiny bit. So yeah, Giants +1. Get the Vikings out my damn face. And finally, with my 5th pick, Cardinals +6. You know how Andy's over there saying that the Chiefs are going to be bad this year? You know who else is going to be bad? The fucking Bills. And you want to know why? Who is he throwing the damn ball to?
Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman's going to ball.
Sure.
Fantasy.
Okay,
look at him. He's probably not even drafted. Get him.
No.
Go get him.
Get out my damn face. Dalton Kincaid, maybe. Actually, I have him for a touchdown. Wink, wink. I'll make a clip of that later. But yeah, the Bills going to be some ass. Also, Marvin Harrison Jr. is being sued.
Don't clip it. Never mind. Don't clip it.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is also being sued by the NFL and Fanatics, as well as his father. It might just be Fanatics. Don't really care which one it is. But I know a motherfucker that be standing on business is finna go out and show out. So with that being said, I put me $1.15 because Andy put $1 on Kyler Murray to win MVP. I'm with it this year. Give me my little 5'9" MVP quarterback to go ahead and run through these here Buffalo Bills. I do not care about no Josh Allen. Greatest trash talk in the NFL. Don't care. Still one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the league. And they don't have Stephon Diggs anymore. So, I mean, like, again, who are you throwing the ball to, bro? Please tell me. I want to know.
James Cook.
Man, you might as well throw it to Tony. Shit. But yeah, man, Cardinals +6, Kyler, MVP for $1.15. When I make me $300, I'm coming to get that clock, Andy.
Yo, if you want MVP picks, I'm going to give you an MVP pick. But John Robinson, don't play. Saints will get a win.
All right, look, I don't know if you know this.
It's going to be because of him.
When was the last time they gave the MVP to a not quarterback? 2008?
This is a good year for it, though. This is a good year for it.
Well, they will gift that bitch to motherfucking Mahomes if they have to. They're not gonna give it to a running back.
So I kind of agree
Y'all
with
know
you,
better.
And that's why I think the two best people on the board. It's so funny that this is me and Major playing each other out of week one, but it's Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts. I think those are the two best names on the board for MVP because those two teams could dominate the NFC. One of them will, and if that team, that's probably the team they're going to give the MVP to, unless
please say it,
Justin Herbert somehow carries that team. If Herbert carries that team to a playoff berth, just go ahead and give him MVP because that team is bad.
The thing where you're supposed to
hold up.
What you want me to say? Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, like everybody else?
How are we looking at CJ Stroud, who is fixing to throw for 597 total touchdowns in a season?
Good luck with CJ Stroud.
Jay Herbo, though. Come on, man.
This motherfucker said Jay Hurtbo. Get out my
All right. But in truth, I think it's Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts. Those are the two best. That's where my money would go.
But has the NFL regressed to Canadian football level of talent that those are our two MVP candidates?
No, because it's CJ
No,
Stroud.
the MVP candidates are Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes. That's who it is.
Fucking CJ Stroud.
Bro, Joe Burrow gets one haircut and everybody's all slobbing his knob, dude.
Hey, bro, don't talk about Marshall. Don't talk about Marshall like that. He don't want to be Joe Burrow no more.
Hey, I was gonna say Jordan Love or Joe Burrow. Those are, I think they're gonna be the two most likely.
What's cool is I have both of those guys on one of my fantasy teams. It's a dual quarterback league, so it's fun times.
I got Love and Tua in a fantasy league.
Yeah, you're gonna be pressed. Some weeks you're gonna be.
It's easy money.
You're gonna be pressed on who to start some weeks.
No, it's two quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. All right. Boys, I'm going to close this out. Before I close it out, I want to get your way too early Super Bowl predictions. But first, if you wanted to take those predictions and use them to win some money, the best place to do that is on Better Edge, who now has futures that people actually play. So you can get your bets in. Last year, futures got introduced a little late, but this year they're ready. You have division titles and conference titles and Super Bowl predictions. So get your bets in, get them going. And my way too early Super Bowl prediction is Bengals Eagles for Super Bowl 55, 54. What are we on? Anybody know?
55?
Dude, they're all just Super Bowls to me. I don't know.
Here's the real question. I don't care what Super Bowl it is. I don't care what Super Bowl it is. Who's performing at the Super Bowl?
I think 4, dude. I think the last one was 53.
Dude, they just did the Super Bowl they just did. So you know the answer is like Morgan Wallen. You absolutely know.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with Morgan Wallen.
Nothing's wrong with Morgan Wallen. I'm just saying.
Post
That's
Malone.
Post Malone and Morgan Wallen Super Bowl. That's what's happening.
I had some help. It ain't like I can make this kind of mess all by myself.
And we're copyright stricken.
Copyrighted. No, Morgan, no.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Major?
Super Bowl, I thought I was going to be original by picking the Bengals. So I'm going Bengals, and I'm just going to go full homer Packers. I actually think it can happen though. If second half of the season's any indication of what the Packers are going to be. They choked last year in the playoffs. They should have won that game. As long as we don't play the 49ers, pretty likely though. That's the only team we lose to in the playoffs. Just avoid the 49ers. We're making it. And I'll ride the Joe Burrow hype train. I think Joe Burrow's incredible. They already made one Super Bowl. They got to make another.
The 49ers are one defensive injury away from not being a good team.
Don't say that. The 49ers are some crazy thing that they just always are there. They trade for everyone.
They can survive on offense without CMC, even though people think they can't. But they're one defensive injury away from.
This is the year that Lamar gets to heal Super Bowl and does his thing. But Major, I'm really sorry, and you're gonna hate me because y'all gonna have to wait y'all turn. It's the Lions. The Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
Damn.
I can't wait.
Matt Stafford
I
with a
can't
new.
wait. I
The
can't
Lions-
wait.
The Lions and Packers both are looking at themselves in the mirror of last year's playoffs like we are the reason we lost. They both should have won.
Matt Stafford's got 4 kids under the new child tax credit. He's gonna be eating good. I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna be real motivated.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Matt Stafford plays for the Rams.
Oh, hey, Jared Goff.
Yeah, there you go.
Jared
There we
Goff
go.
is a supermodel girlfriend. He's good. And I also found out apparently Amon-Ra St. Brown played like the entire season with like a torn something in his arm and was just like, yeah. So it's gonna be great. Y'all
Andy.
got him in fantasy. Get ready.
Andy, give me your Super Bowl predictions and Major. Close us out, man. So my wife doesn't kill me.
In 1984, Dolphins and Dan Marino had an amazing season, breaking passing records. Made the first Super Bowl in about 3 or 4 years because they lost to the Redskins in 82. And the Super Bowl in 84 with Dan Marino was Dolphins versus Joe Cool and the San Francisco 49ers. And there will be a repeat of that this year. Dolphins versus 49ers. Two of the more polarizing quarterbacks in the league in Purdy versus Tua. And this time, after my robot vacuum is done cleaning itself, justice will...
It's trying to stop you.
Major, close
Justice
it,
will prevail.
close it.
All right.
All right.
Super Bowl this century.